Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, hi, my name is Leanne. I am your crazy makeup hoarder lunatic person and I really hope that if you like my video you will want to stick around, but please wait till the end to decide. So, today we are going to be talking about, as you can see from the title, the brand new released Viseart Libertine palette. First, before we get into that, let's just address two little elephants in the room. One, yes, my hair needs to be dyed. The grays are just, they're screaming, they're yelling at me, and yeah, so it is just up right now because I was going to do it, and it's like, no, I got this palette in the mail today, and I need to sit down and film it because I'm so excited. And the other very big elephant in the room is the dark circles underneath my eyes. I have discovered something. You can hide a lot of things when you're tired. You can fake having energy, but when you're as exhausted as I am, because I get no sleep, the eyes tell the truth. So, I'm also trying out two new concealers, which I absolutely hate. We'll discuss that in another video. Anyway, let's get to why we are here. So this lovely palette, look at the gorgeous packaging. I have never tried any Viseart shadows, and this comes to me so I can show you, from my amazing friend Cara, who is the biggest supporter of my channel in the whole world. She is amazing, and she bought this for me because she knew that I would want to review it on my channel. As I said, I've never tried any Viseart shadows. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about them. They are a very pricey brand. This palette was $49 for a 9-pan eyeshadow, which is slightly expensive, but in the realm of things, you know, sometimes good shadows are worth paying for, but I haven't even swatched it, have not even opened it. I literally opened the box 5 minutes ago. So we will determine whether it is actually worth the $49 or not. Now, this palette did come in 2 days from Beautylish. I've never placed an order on Beautylish before. I do plan on getting their mystery box that they do every year after Christmas. I saw so many of them last year, and they had like Natasha Denona palettes and such, so I will be doing that this year. But I've never purchased anything, and it came literally within 2 days, faster than Sephora. And I wish I had left it in the package. It came so beautifully packaged, like secure, with like sitting on a little pillow of like wrapped bubble wrap and such. And this in itself was in a little brown paper bag, folded over and tied with a ribbon. I mean, who gets Sephora packages and the stuff is just thrown in there, bouncing around? They like, yeah, she wants 12 things, and they stand across the room and they toss them in there. Like, you know, like trying to get the goldfish at the fair. But I may be ordering from Beautylish more often because I can't believe how they packaged it. Now that I've been talking for 5 minutes, who wants to see the palette? So with this palette, you are getting 14 grams total of product, which is 1.55 grams each pan. Because they do not specify if each of the shadows have a different amount, I basically divide it up among all of them. That is a decent amount. It does say that the shelf life of this is 30 months, which to me is quite impressive, honestly. On the back, they are giving you the shadows and the names. I like that they actually color-coded it, so when I am looking, I don't have to struggle to try to read upside down and backwards. I can figure out the names just by looking at the colors. The packaging is a soft touch matte, which I love. I'm such a texture person. I unfortunately, just briefly, could not decipher whether or not Viseart is a cruelty-free company. I'm going to spend some more time researching that, but if you know, please do let me know. The packaging of the palette is stunning. It does come with a plastic shield over this top, and I don't even know if I'm going to take that off because I want to protect it. In the middle is an artist chair. It does say Viseart across the top, and Libertine engraved. These are engraved on the palette. It is a hard plastic. Very durable. According to the box, it says it is distributed in Paris. Does that mean it's made in Paris? I don't know. Again, more updates to come on that. Kindly ignore the blaringly loud TV in the background. That is why I use music to try my best to cover that up. I'm not always successful. The palette does come with a hard plastic cover, and the names are on the cover itself, so that, again, they're offering you a little bit of additional help in finding the names. It has a beautiful mirror on it with Viseart engraved, and let's just take a look at the spectacularness of this palette. Let's read a little bit about it on Beautylish. It says, liberate your eyes with the eye palette that celebrates free spirits, rebels, and nonconformists everywhere. Viseart Libertine eyeshadow palette features 9 unconventional shades in Viseart's proprietary powder formula that's beloved by makeup artists everywhere. Mattes, metallics, and pressed pigment. It should have said one pressed pigment. Finishes let you design unapologetically bold looks that stand out from the crowd. About the shades, when I do the swatches, I will go over the shades and what they're saying about it. Why it's special. Enjoy the buttery feel and superior blendability of Viseart's signature powder eyeshadows, which feature triple milled pigments for intense, long-lasting color payoff. The sturdy palette is perfectly sized for slipping into a purse or bag and comes with a vanity-sized mirror for easy touch-ups. I will agree with that. Pressed pigment shades can be applied dry for a sheer all-over wash of color or wet for an extreme color payoff. That means I'm going to get myself prepared and get my spray. Aha! They are cruelty-free, they are paraben-free, they are silicone-free, gluten-free, and mineral oil-free, for those of you who have the concerns. So first up, we have Rebellion, which is a vanilla ivory with a matte finish. Next up, we have Unleashed, which is a deep gold with a metallic finish. This one was just like butter going on. Empowered is a Merlot pressed pigment with a matte finish. Resistance is a creamy fawn with a matte finish. Boundless is a shimmery poppy with a semi-matte finish. Again, I loved the way this one swatched. Defiance? No, not Defiance yet. Chant is a burgundy with a metallic finish. This one, Defiance, which is a deep navy pressed pigment with a matte finish. This one was extremely powdery and dry to the touch. It did seem to swatch very well. I will have to see how this performs on the eyes and whether or not they suggest this one to be worn wet. Shameless is a peacock blue with try that again. Shameless is a peacock blue pressed pigment with metallic finish. And Debauched, which is a fuchsia pressed pigment with a matte finish. Now they are saying, according to what I just read, that the pressed pigments are what they suggest to apply wet or dry. I want to see if they are all pressed pigments. According to what I read, not all of them are. We're going to take these swatches off or else I'm just going to be wearing a lot of colorful things tonight. And staying powder, this is a makeup wipe. Okay, let's hope that they go onto and stay on the eyes like they do on my arm. Opening this up just inspires me, and I love that I happen to like, granted, it's not the most important thing, but it does save time. You can take this and use it all the time. For me at least, I do have an all-over lid and a transition color. It's just me, I happen to prefer it. It's not that important for everyone. For all over my lid, I am going to use my E35 B&H Cosmetics brush, which the names are like so wearing off. They're not expensive brushes, so I really don't mind, but I like to be able to say what brush I'm using. There was some kick up in the pan, and there was quite a lot of dusting. Wow. Okay, yeah. Tap off. They feel very smooth and comfortable on the eye. Obviously, this is not showing up because, again, it is the color of, just say my eyeball. No, it's not the color of my eyeball, but it is certainly the color of my eyelid. For my transition, of course, I am using the M330 from Morphe. Or maybe this is a crease color. We'll see. So maybe this is going to be a little bit of get ready with me. So, do you ever, like, come home and your life at home is just such chaos that it never stops until you put your head on that pillow and you go to sleep? Not complaining. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is my life. But my life is never quiet, never peaceful, never non-chaotic until my head hits that pillow and I go to sleep. That's why this is my solace. Even though it's not a quiet solace, it's still my me time and it's a solace. Just needed to, you know when you need somebody to vent to and you don't have that, you know. I vent to you guys. These seem to be blending out very nicely. Okay, so looking close up, I don't think I see any patchiness going on, so that makes me very happy. I want to try going in with a little bit more of a precise brush into my actual crease and see if I can keep it more defined and contained. I'm going to use my Sigma A48, which is actually called the pointed crease brush. Again, the first shade was called Embellished? No, what was it? Rebellion. And now I'm going to go into Empowered, which is here. And let's see what that does. Why am I holding this in my hand? There was not as much kick up with that. Now I'm going to see exactly how pigmented this blue is, which is called Defiance. Now it says this is a pressed pigment, so you can use it wet. Let's see what happens dry first. I'm going to go, I don't even know what brush to use. I'm being very cautious. So right now I'm going to use just my little Baby Luxie brush, which is sort of fluffy, but has a little firmness to it. Okay, even dry this is going on. Okay, that is dry. Shall we try it wet? And let's see what happens. Shnikes. So if you want some bam in your face color, go with that one. Sorry guys, I had to take a quick break because my phone won't stop ringing. On the inner portion of my eye, I am going to go in with Shameless. I'm going to try a brush first, and I am going to use my BH Cosmetics 102. You can either use this as a concealer or a packing brush. Let's try dry first. Oh. It's still subtle enough. Let's try it wet. Well, let me do the other eye dry first. I'm not getting any fallout underneath my eyes either. Okay, does anyone else's nose run while they're filming or doing makeup? It's ridiculous. Let's go in with wet. By the way, this is just I keep this bottle. I used this up a long time ago. This was the Smashbox Primer Water. I just put any refreshing spray in there, you know, doesn't matter. Wow. I'm just going to do some blendy for a minute. And to do some blending, I'm going to take my beautiful Alamar Cosmetics brush. I want to blend these two blues together. The important thing to note is they are not blending away. I'm just going to take my Sigma E35, a clean one, and I'm going to take some more of this brown, which is Resistance. On my exceedingly old Avon brush, I am going to go into this Resistance again and do some magic on my lower lash line. I am going to add a little bit of brightness underneath the eye, but I do want to connect the ends with this blue again, the Defiance. Methinks me need a little bit of this shade on the lower lash line. And this is just an Ego Tools brush, again, one that I've had for many years. Not enough of the burgundy is showing up, so I'm just going to spritz. I'm just using my color switch, which is actually just the Sephora color switch, which is actually probably, how many times am I going to say actually? I think it's more expensive than the Via Ramona. I got to try the Unleashed in my corner. I'm taking my Wet n Wild and I'm going back into Rebellion right above onto the brown bone again. I do want to try this Brow Gal. I have not tried it. It is the dual-ended highlighter and kind of concealer for underneath your brow. I'm going to try this and see how it works. I would advise not having shadow on your finger when you go to fix it, though. Silly me. I'm just going to take my Sigma Cut Crease brush and clean that up. Let's try the glittery other side for some highlight. I have to hold my mirror up because I'm not close enough to be able to see how subtle or blingy this is. It's very creamy, and it's kind of a subtle type of bling, which I like actually. This is really cool. I got this in my mystery bag I'm bagging, which I will link up there for you. I am just going to go, and I'm not going to do lashes because guess what? I'm doing laundry after this. It's a Friday night. I'm going to go do laundry. What else would a girl do with a, you know, full face makeup, but I'm not putting on lashes? I'm just going to throw on the rest of my makeup because I am pale and tired and I don't want to look like a zombie. And I'll be right back. See you in a minute. Hello everybody, I am back and I finished the rest of my makeup so I can do some laundry. If you are interested at all what else I'm wearing on my face, line my waterline with this new Joah eyeliner. I forgot to show this in my other video. This is an amazing eyeliner. It is sold in CVS. I highly recommend it. I'm also using something else that I hauled, which is the navy blue and the purple sparkle eyeliner that I picked up for 75% off in Ulta. My typical L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer, which I have to tell you, I love the smell of this primer. I've never smelled a mascara so good before. On top of that, I'm trying to use up my mini Perversion mascara. And then on my lower lash line, which I only love for my lower lash line or for a natural look, is my Christian Dior. I have no idea. Oh, Dior Show by Christian Dior. Oh, no glasses. On my face, I do have my Lorac bronzer, my Vintage Cosmetics blush in the shade Make Them Blush, and then my Wet n Wild Gold Bar highlighter, which is just so inexpensive, like $2.99, and I absolutely adored. This is the one from the Mermaid collection, but they just have different patterns on them. The Gold Bar highlighters are really all the same. So, what are my final thoughts on this palette? And oh my goodness, can you look at my hair right now? Can you just look at it? I don't want to look at it. Anyway, this palette is it worth the $49? Yeah, it is amazing. The colors are blendable and gorgeous and pigmented. I think you can get quite a few natural looks out of this if you want, because you do have those nice neutral shades, and if you just want a light berry tone, you can throw that in your crease and maybe throw one of the light shimmers on your lid. I think this is an outstanding palette. Some may say the colors don't go together. I think they do. I think they work well, they blend well. It is a spectacular palette. I am now hooked on Viseart eyeshadows. That probably means I'm going to need more of them. And I was going to do an eyeshadow collection and declutter video. If you would like to see that, please let me know down in the comments. I was thinking of filming one because it is time for me to pass on and let some other people enjoy some of the palettes that I do have, because I have so many, and there are so many new ones coming out that I would like to enjoy. Well, I really I really do hope that you enjoy this. I really enjoyed doing it for an exhausted Friday night where, you know, feeling blech. It is nice to come on here and put on some beautiful makeup and play with it and have some fun and make us all feel beautiful. So thank you so very much for watching. If you did like this and you stayed to the end and you want to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, it would mean the absolute world to me. But anyway, you guys, have an amazing day. Have an amazing week and weekend. And I'll see you very, very soon. Much love, everybody. Bye.